Thanks, John. Our next guest has spent the better part of a decade developing some of the most critically acclaimed franchises, and we're really pleased to welcome to the stage for the first time.
Stand by for an important announcement from the Aperture Science Emergency Surprise System. Deploying surprise in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Gabe Newell, and I work at Valve. Now, I've been pretty outspoken in my comments about the current generation of game consoles. So I'd really like to thank everyone at Sony for their gracious hospitality and for not repeatedly punching me in the face. If I seem a little nervous, it's because Kevin Butler was introduced to me backstage as the VP of sharpening things. As an industry, we're going through a transition from entertainment as a product to entertainment as a service. And because of that, the needs of game players and game developers are evolving. More specifically, it's not just about chips for rendering pixels or calculating nav meshes. It's about giving gamers a complete, social, connected experience. By adopting an open approach to these challenges, the PlayStation 3 is going to excel in this area. So, I'm very pleased to announce that we'll be bringing Portal 2 to the PlayStation 3. I'm excited that Steam will be part of that experience, and I think that gamers will be delighted with features like Steam Cloud and automatic updates that will make the PlayStation 3 version of Portal 2 the best version on any console. So now, for the very first time, let's take a look at Portal 2.
It's been a long time. How have you been? I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster.
Thank you, Gabe. Valve has an incredible history in this industry, and it's very exciting that PlayStation owners will be seeing Portal 2 on PlayStation 3 next year. Last year on this stage, we announced a new title from one of the industry's most recognized and established franchises, Final Fantasy. Following the success of this generation's definitive RPG, Final Fantasy XIII, our friends at Square Enix have been hard at work on their new MMO. I'd like to show you a brief video of Final Fantasy XIV. Another great example of key publishing partner recognizing the opportunity and capitalizing on the momentum behind PS3 comes from 2K Games. Mafia 2 hits the shelf on August 24th, and we're excited to announce exclusive Day 1 content that will be available only on PlayStation 3. Loads of new missions and hours of additional arcade-style gameplay will be available for free to those who purchase the PlayStation 3 version of Mafia 2. Thank you. A title we demonstrated on our stage last year came from our friends Ubisoft, who've been hard at work on their next chapter of their top franchise and expanding that universe with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Not only will you have the opportunity to play a full single-player campaign, but there will be an exclusive package of missions that will only be available on PlayStation 3. In addition, for the first time, Assassin's Creed will introduce a unique, visceral multiplayer experience, and the multiplayer beta will only be available exclusively to PlayStation Network later this year. And here is the exclusive world premiere look at some of the multiplayer content.
For centuries, we have fought against the Assassins. Now, fellow Templars, we will win this war once and for all.
Exclusive has become my new favorite word. If you want to differentiate your product from your competition, you have to take advantage of each platform's strengths and create franchises with lasting power. In 2010, our publishing partners will prove time and time again that PlayStation 3 and PSP are their platforms of choice. There's a lot of content coming that we haven't been able to demonstrate to you on stage today, with titles like Metal Gear Solid Rising, Final Fantasy XIV, Mortal Kombat, Tron Evolution, the video game, Shaun White skateboarding, Call of Duty Black Ops, and DC Universe Online. It's shaping up to be another banner year. The content doesn't stop there, so let's take a look at a quick video that showcases some of the biggest titles coming to the platform. As you can see, the breadth and depth of content coming to PlayStation is stronger than it's ever been. If there's ever been a title that drives consumers to PlayStation 3, it's the next one. You saw a brief clip of Gran Turismo 5 earlier in stunning 3D. GT5 has long been one of the industry's most anticipated titles, and we're about to finally get our hands on Polyphony's masterpiece. Let's take a look.
Easily reach around 400 kilometers per hour on a straightaway.
When Gran Turismo 5 launches on November 2nd in North America and Latin America, it will be fully playable in 3D as well, with both gameplay modes on one Blu-ray disc. Last year, franchises like Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, and God of War demonstrated how teams are mastering the technology of PS3 to build sequels that are not just bigger and better, but raise the bar and break industry records. This level of evolution is the goal for our next developer as they craft their successor to their 2009 hit, Infamous. I'm pleased to show you a glimpse of the next mammoth sucker punch title, Infamous 2.
He moves among us, but he is not unstoppable. I ask you, the people, to rise up!
No matter what choices I've made or obstacles I've overcome, I continue to search for the life, a life that eludes me. But some shit never changes. Well, maybe some things. It is always something.
We're reaching the home stretch, and we have one last surprise for you.
Where was the skill? Where was the strategy? I mean, shoot, drive, nothing.
Those games had both skill and strategy. You're racing in a city, going 100 miles per hour, blasting everything as you go. Speed, strategy, skill. Those games were awesome.
Maybe back in your day, sweetheart, but look, you name me one car combat game that was as good on PlayStation 1, kicked ass on PlayStation 2, and kicked even more ass on PS3. The ultimate ass kicking. Name it. That's right. You can't do it because it doesn't exist. Now get back to work, punk.
I'm the punk.
Don't kick my cab.
Punk.
Light 'em up, boys. It's good to be back.
Hey everybody, I'm David Jaffe and this is Scott Campbell and we're the co-founders of Eat, Sleep, Play. And we're... Thank you. And we're really excited to show you guys the next edition of the Twisted Metal franchise. Now, Twisted Metal is the longest running series in PlayStation history. From PS1 to PS2 and onto the PSP, the multi-million selling Twisted Metal series has been there from the start.
And today we're excited to announce that the Twisted Metal legacy will continue, coming exclusively to PlayStation 3, 2011. Our new game, Twisted Metal, is being created by the same key members who gave birth to the dark humor and fast action gameplay of the classic Twisted Metal series.
So let's get a quick look at some gameplay from our online team deathmatch mode. Scott, you're up.
Okay. So this is Twisted has always occurred in backyards, in cities of our own reality. Here you see them totally trashing Main Street, tearing it apart. The classic deathmatch mode returns with 16 players online, along with 2- and 4-player online split screen, and plenty of new mode variations. As you can see, we've added flight to the series for the first time, allowing players to get a bird's eye view of the battle below. The advantages of flight are pretty obvious, but watch out for that sniper weapon. More depth has also been added to the weapons, giving each vehicle 2 special attacks. We've created team weapons that bring out the co-op nature of our team-based gameplay. As you just saw, the magnet special is good for carrying your teammates into or out of the battle zone. The twisted humor of the series is back in both the gameplay and weapons, as well as with our characters and stories for our campaign mode. The piloted gurney weapon is deadly, so watch out. So that's a taste of Twisted Metal Team Deathmatch. We've got Dave here doing a sniper shot. We now want to show you one of our new game modes. It's our twisted take on objective-based team play.
Okay, so as Scott was saying, this is a new mode that's designed to really bring out the skill and strategy, class-based play a little bit, as well as team mode to Twisted Metal. It's called Nuke, and we'll show you a little bit of that in our rundown, dilapidated city environment. Now, this is a great level to show Nuke off in because there's a lot of gameplay design philosophies at work here. We have low-lying levels that become huge skyscrapers that you can start from bottom of the ground, fight your way to the top, and have rooftop combat. We've got a freeway system that connects the whole level together with moving traffic. We've got low-lying slums. We've got a big junkyard with a huge battle section in the middle. And then we also have these kind of rolling hills that kind of tie everything together in the center. Now, this is a great level for straight-up car combat, deathmatch, team deathmatch, variations on that mode that you'll be seeing. But it's great for Nuke as well. Now, online, Twisted Metal is all about factions fighting factions. And so in this demo, we have the Sweet Tooth faction, the clowns inspired by Sweet Tooth right here from Twisted Metal. And then we also have the dolls who are inspired by Dollface from Twisted Metal Black. And we'll have more factions to reveal throughout the year as we talk about the game. Now, what is the goal of Nuke? Well, if you look up, you see these giant statues being carried around by transport helicopters in the guise of the faction leaders. And you basically have to destroy your faction statue before they destroy yours. But obviously, these are huge, giant, metal monsters, and how do you do it? Straight up weapons won't take them out. All right, so if you look at the rooftops, you'll notice a couple of the faction leaders. Here's Sweet Tooth, who's manning his gun turret. And across the map on the other side, we also have Dollface over here, and she's manning her turret too. And the goal of this mode is to capture the faction leader. And this is where team play begins to come into it, where basically if you run in and try to grab the leader, you're going to lose a lot of health. You send your buddies in instead to weaken up the forces, the defenses, and then you're able to go in, as we'll see in a second, and grab the leader. And so now that you've got, in this case, Sweet Tooth being dragged behind your car, the question is, what do you do with this guy? So if you look around the level, you'll notice these missile launchers right here. And each faction has their own missile launcher. And so there's this perimeter you see, this yellow ring. If you can bring the faction leader into the yellow ring, into the perimeter, and keep him there long enough, you'll begin to charge up and bring the missile launcher to life. Now, teamwork, again, is crucial because if you lose the faction leader in that perimeter, like capture the flag, it respawns back at base and you got to go back and get him again. So if you can get a buddy to post up on top of a skyscraper with a sniper rifle, it's really effective at taking down the enemies. You can also send in vehicles that are really, really strong, like the motorcycles that have flaming chainsaws. They can take out bad guys in 2 or 3 hits. So in this case, we've charged up the missile launcher because we've kept the leader in there long enough. And now all that's left to do is basically sacrifice the leader to the missile launcher, and you will earn your faction a missile launch. So here he goes. Now he's in, and now you've earned the missile. Now what's left to do is you and your team have to guide that missile and protect it from helicopters and a variety of other attacks into the enemy statue. And the first team to hit the enemy statue 3 times wins Nuke for their faction. So that's our Nuke mode. We're really excited to meet with the press later in the week to talk about to talk about the mode and more of the depth and whatnot.
Thank you for your time. Everything you saw and more from Team Deathmatch is playable starting now in the Sony booth. We look forward to seeing you there. Have a great show.
It's great to see Sweet Tooth making his debut on PS3. As David mentioned, you can play it in our booth right now. For 15 years, the two pillars of PlayStation's strength has been its innovation and its content. We're on the verge today of a future unlike any in the previous 15 years. 4 years into our life cycle, PS3 continues to evolve, and our commitment to content and innovation is unwavering. With 3D, Move, PlayStation Network, and exclusive content from the industry's best developers taking us to a place where nobody else in this industry can go, we're delighted that all of you are along with us for the ride. Our secret weapon today, as it's always been, are the loyal PlayStation fans. We thank you for being our partners, our allies, and our friends in this industry, and we look forward to writing a whole new chapter together. Thank you very much.